Ladies and gentlemen, what is happening inside Zimbabwe's political landscape is becoming more interesting with every passing day. The developments we are seeing right now are raising many questions about the future direction of the ruling party and the country's leadership. Before we go further, if you are enjoying this update, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any important Zimbabwe news and political updates. Now, let's get straight into the story. The latest developments have placed President Emmerson Mnangagwa in a position where he is facing increasing pressure from different directions. What makes this situation even more surprising is that the pressure is not only coming from outside political circles. Some of the strongest discussions are now coming from within the structures that have supported the government for many years. At the center of this story are Vice President Constantino Chiwenga and Vice President Kembo Mohadi. For a long time, many people believed that the top leadership of the country was moving in one direction with one common goal. However, recent events are showing that there could be differences in how some senior leaders view the future of Zimbabwe and the future of the ruling party. The issue that has brought everything into the spotlight is the debate surrounding leadership and the country's political future beyond the current presidential term. As this debate continues, many Zimbabweans are carefully watching every statement, every meeting, and every appearance by senior leaders. Small political movements are now receiving major attention because everyone wants to understand what could happen next. If you are new to this channel, please take a second to like this video and subscribe because we bring you detailed Zimbabwe news stories explained in simple English. Now, one thing that has become very clear is that there are different views emerging on how the country should move forward. Some leaders believe stability is the most important thing. Others believe leadership transition should happen according to the country's established constitutional framework. Because of these different views, discussions that were once happening quietly are now becoming much more visible. What makes the situation particularly interesting is the position of Vice President Constantino Chiwenga. Chiwenga remains one of the most influential figures in Zimbabwean politics. His history in national affairs means that many people pay close attention whenever his name appears in political discussions. Over the years, supporters from different parts of the country have often spoken about Chiwenga as a leader with significant experience and influence. This is why every political development involving him quickly becomes a major national story. At the same time, Vice President Kembo Mohadi remains an important figure within government structures. Although Mohadi usually keeps a lower public profile compared to some other senior politicians, his position as vice president means that his role cannot be ignored whenever discussions about leadership and the future direction of government arise. As these developments continue, questions are beginning to grow. What direction is the ruling party taking? How united is the leadership team? What plans are being considered for the future? These are the questions many citizens are asking. And remember, whenever political discussions become this intense, every public appearance suddenly becomes important. Every speech becomes important. Every meeting becomes important. Every political event becomes important. People start looking for clues. People start looking for signs. People start trying to understand what may happen next. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue bringing you detailed Zimbabwe political updates every day. Now, another interesting part of this story is how ordinary citizens are viewing the situation. Many Zimbabweans are focused on everyday issues. They want economic growth. They want opportunities. They want stability. They want improvements in daily life. Because of this, many people are hoping that whatever political discussions are taking place behind the scenes will eventually lead to positive outcomes for the country. However, political developments often shape economic development. That is why leadership discussions attract so much attention. Investors watch them, businesses watch them, citizens watch them, international observers watch them. Everyone understands that leadership decisions can influence the future direction of a country. As the current discussions continue, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. Zimbabwe is entering another important political chapter. The coming months may provide answers to many of the questions people have been asking. Will the current leadership structure remain exactly as it is? Will new political alliances emerge? Will different factions find common ground? Or will the political debates become even more intense? At this moment, nobody can say with complete certainty, but what we do know is that every major political player is carefully calculating their next move. And that is why this story continues to attract attention across the country. The atmosphere is becoming more interesting because everyone understands that important decisions made today could shape Zimbabwe's future for many years to come. As these developments unfold, citizens are watching closely, supporters are watching closely, party members are watching closely, and political analysts are watching closely. Nobody wants to miss the next chapter of this unfolding story. The political chessboard appears to be moving, and every move is being carefully studied. What makes this situation fascinating is that sometimes the most important political messages are not delivered through dramatic speeches. Sometimes they are delivered through actions. Sometimes they are delivered through strategic decisions. Sometimes they are delivered through silence. And in politics, silence can sometimes speak louder than words. That is exactly why so many eyes remain focused on the country's senior leadership at this moment. The next few developments could reveal a lot about the future direction of both the government and the ruling party. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this update with your friends so more people can stay informed. Now, the story becomes even more interesting when we look at what could happen if current tensions continue to grow.